Hi guys, this is Stacy. I am back again today with another Cricut Explore video. For today's video, we're going to be doing three things. First off, we're going to be using a larger cutting mat. We're going to be using a 12-inch by 24-inch Cricut cutting mat. Second, we're going to be cutting out vinyl. And then third, I want to take an image from the internet, import that into Design Space, and then cut that out using the program. So to get started, you want to go to your computer and you want to go to the Cricut Design Space webpage. At this screen, you want to go to the very top left-hand corner and then click on that little green box that says Login. Enter in your email and your password here. And then once you're able to verify you are logged in, you will see your name here. You want to go ahead and click on Create New Project and it will bring you into the program. Now the design I want to cut out with vinyl is actually for my blog, and I'm using Google Chrome. So up top here I could just click on a new tab. I will go to my blog and I'm going to cut out the part here that says Love That Bug. Now on Windows 7, which is the laptop I am running on, there's a program called a snipping tool, and you will find that if you have Windows 7, go to your Start menu, you want to go to All Programs, you want to go to Accessories, and under Accessories you will find Snipping Tool. I have mine pinned to my taskbar down here. It looks like a little pair of scissors. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And you will see the screen kind of fades away and this little thing pops up here. Also, my mouse turns into like a little plus sign, and you want to just basically hold down your left mouse button and drag it across the image you want to capture or take a picture of. So I'm just taking my mouse, holding it down. So now I have that part here. I'm going to go to File and then hit Save As, and I'm just going to save it as my blog. Just writing in blog, and it's going to save it as a PNG file automatically for us. Alright, so now I want to close out my blog and go back to Design Space. Now I want to go over here to my gray toolbar, second one down, I'm going to click on Upload Image, and I'm going to use the basic upload. That is the one that we would use for a PNG file. And you will see it brings up three steps, 1, 2, and 3. Go on the bottom right, continue to step 1. Step 1 is to import your design. So I'm going to go to Browse on my desktop, and I'm going to find the file. Right there it says blog. Hit open. It'll show me a preview of that. Then it gives me three options on how I want to save it or upload it. There's a simple, moderate, or complex. This is pretty simple, just red and white. So I'm going to choose simple and then continue to step 2, and you will see what it looks like here. I'm going to zoom you guys in here a little bit. Pardon the camera for 1 second. Okay, you'll see here there's like a checkerboard. You want everything to be checkerboard except for the part you want to cut out. So just take your mouse and click on the white. You'll see it changes to the checkerboard pattern. Also inside your letters. So inside my O, inside my E, inside my A, inside both sections of the B, and also both parts of the G. Okay, you can click on the I to see what it look like, and you can see how it will cut. I'm okay with that. Then you want to go to continue to step 3, which is saving your file. It's already saved as blog. You can tag it if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and save image, and it's going to bring it up right here. I'm going to click on that to select it and then insert that image to the program. Let me zoom you guys back out and readjust you. Okay. Now I want to cut this out. My piece of vinyl I have, let me go ahead and quickly measure it. It is about 17 or so inches long. So I'm going to go to my edit panel over here and size this. And I want to make this one be about 16.5 inches long, so I know it's going to fit. So I'm going to change my width of this to 16.5 and hit enter on my keyboard. Also, it changes my height to be 3.867. Now, if I were to go and cut this out now, like this, if I were to hit go, it will tell me it's too large for a 12 by 24 inch mat. The reason being is because the Cricut, if you look up top here, there's a grid or a ruler that has 1 through whatever. You want to mainly stop at 12. Anything past 12 is going to say it's too big, because the larger cutting mat goes by default to the horizontal position. So I'm going to click on this guy again, go back to my edit panel, leaving my size at still 16.5, I'm going to go under where it says rotate and type in 90 degrees. And that changes the orientation of my design. Now I can go ahead and hit go. It tells me it's too large for a 12 by 24 inch mat. Again, hang on, because I'm past this, I think. Let's scroll down. Okay, I'm at 17 inches long this way, and about 4 that way. Okay, now it tells me the image is too large for the 12 by 12 mat. Change to a 12 by 24 mat with the question mark. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. And you'll see it shows up our design here, as well as the 12 by 24 inch mat. Excuse me. Alright, give it a second to load. I do find, I'm not sure if it's me or my computer, but I do find the new software, the new update, this part here, the map preview, does load a little bit slower. Alright, so we have our design there, and you can use the scroll bar here to see the entire image. And then down here you will see it says 12 by 24 material. We're simply going to hit go. I have my my custom dial setting on the Cricut machine already set to vinyl. And when this says load, I'm going to take you guys over to the Cricut and we're going to load our material and then cut it out. Alright guys, I do apologize for the bad angle, but I wanted to kind of get you guys in here as much as I could. So I'm taking the film off my mat, taking my vinyl, and I'm using just a piece of pink matte vinyl. And my mat is kind of sticky, but not horribly sticky. Lining up my vinyl at the very top portion of my mat. Trying to keep it straight here. And then slowly roll it down. Okay, if need be, take like a little card and just kind of smooth that out a little bit. Alright, hopefully you guys were able to see all that. Now I'm going to load it in. Like going under the bars there, hit load the paper, and it should cut this out. So let's go ahead and hit the go button. And I have my machine, if you can see here, it's kind of off the edge of my table going sideways. This way there's no interference with the mat. You can even move it up a little bit in case you're worried about the mat in the back. Let's go ahead and scooch it up a little bit. This way the back of the mat has a place to settle. And I'm not a pink person, and this vinyl will be going on my closet door, and I'll share that process, I'll share that with you as well. I'm not usually a pink person. You'll see in my room everything is yellow, but I think every girl needs a little bit of pink in her room, and this was the only one I liked that was a matte finish, as far as the finish of the vinyl. Alright, so I'm going to let this cut. When it's almost finished, I will come back and we'll continue on. Alright guys, I apologize. I thought it was going farther than that and it didn't. I actually went to here, so I'm going to go ahead and unload it. Alright, let's take this off. Let me close this. Now let me get a look at it, make sure I cut it all out. It did. Alright, so I'm going to take you guys to my table. We're going to weed this and apply it to our closet door. Alright guys, we're at my table. I'm going to take my vinyl off the mat. And I do find that the Cricut, the Explore machine, cuts the vinyl really, really well. To take it off, I'm just using an Oracle 631 indoor vinyl. But if you don't have the vinyl, you can most certainly use, contact paper. I've used contact paper in the past on the back of my truck, and it lasted for years. I'm going to just cut this down so I'm not wasting a lot of vinyl. And I do apologize for the me not getting the ending of the video or cutting. I usually like have you guys see all that, but I'm just going to weed this off. And what I'm doing is taking the negative or the positive part off and leaving the one I want on the vinyl on this piece. Okay, just carefully do it. You want to go slow. You don't want your vinyl attaching to another letter. And I kind of fold it on itself, the sticky part, back on itself a little bit. And I have my little weeding tool here. And I use this so I run into like an area here, like the inside of my A. I need to kind of lift up like that. Vinyl is so easy to work with, and I'm telling you, once you try it, it's addictive. You're going to want to vinyl everything. And I did in the beginning. When I first had my Cricut, I had the Cricut Expression I got just for vinyl. And I think I vinyled the entire house. If my husband would have stood still long enough, I think I would have vinyled him. Alright, so keep on going. Alright, so perfect. Now just take your little weeding tool. You can use, you know, like a little needle or a pin, and just take out the intersections of your letters. Okay, now we have the A. Both of our B. And lastly, the G. Okay, that cut out really well. And I do like this color. Like I said, I'm not really a pink person. Alright, now what I want to do is apply my transfer tape, and I am using this clear transfer tape. I got this many years ago at H&H Supply. I find I like this one better because you can see through it versus the Cricut brand. It is a little noisy, so I do apologize for the squeaking of it, so hang on 1 second. Okay. So I have this piece here. It was kind of attached, so I'm just going to cut it. And hopefully it'll be long enough to work with. I think a lot of stores now, online stores, they all carry the clear tape now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take this and just gently lay it on here. And I kind of work from one end. So I'm going to stick my transfer tape to my mat here first. Take a little credit card or insurance card and just roll it over. And you can see it didn't cover the entire image. That's fine. I'll use this piece here. It seems to be a little bit longer than that. I'm getting low on this, so it's at the very last end. Just take a little bit more. It is noisy, isn't it? Alright, cut some of this off. And you can always reuse this, which I normally do. So when I'm done this, I would just slap this right back onto the roll. Alright, so continue on. I'm going to lay this piece on top of the already existing tape there. And again, take your card and kind of roll it across. And then when you have it all on there, just take your card again and just give everything a good rub. Okay, and now we're going to take it to my closet and put it on my door. Alright guys, you're looking at my closet door. I'm not sure you can see it or not, but there's like this little indent here. I'm going to put it right along here, so I have my design here. Just go ahead and peel it off the tape. It should just roll off nice and easily like that. And then take this and figure out how you want it. And again, I'm going to hold down, get it where I like it. And if I don't want it to go straight, I don't need to go straight because I kind of like things going crooked. If I were to try to go straight and be crooked, you would notice it. So if you go purposely crooked, you're better. So I'm going to take my right hand side and stick my tape to my door. Like that. Leaving this side up. And take your card and just kind of rub it along. Now my door does have this little divot in it, so I need to kind of get inside that a little bit. Okay, just give it a good rub. Okay, and then you're going to slowly peel it away. And I keep my tape downward. I keep it flat. I find that rather versus pulling it, you're less likely to get bubbles. So just keep on going, nice and slow. Slow and steady wins the race here. If you find it not sticking, just go ahead and take your finger and kind of just press it down there, and then it usually will grab it. And I'm working on a painted door, so maybe give us a little bit of issue here. But so far it's doing pretty good. Just keep taking your tape. And right here I'm going to kind of take it off. This is where my tape was overlapped. Okay, kind of stick that one down here out of my way. Take my tape up again over here. And I can see it's giving me an issue. Here's my tea. It's also really hot in my room. And I find that vinyl doesn't do that well with it being hot. Okay, now just kind of give it a press down. Again, keep your vinyl or your tape as flat as you can. I do find that does make a difference. So just keep on going. Okay, just about done. Okay, now what I do is I just go over it with my fingers, just kind of just give it a good rub, make sure everything's stuck down really well. I wouldn't take your card to it. I just take a finger, your finger or a rag even works really well. Again, because it's so hot in here, I'm kind of sticking to my door. Okay, but there you have it, guys. That's the vinyl on the door. I think it looks pretty good. Let me kind of give you a look that way. Okay, so what do y'all think? Really easy. All right, any questions, guys, let me know. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.